Today I'm going to be focusing on something slightly different. Today is Time to Talk Day, and Time to Talk Day is part of the Time to Change campaign. This campaign is run by Mind and Rethink Mental Illness and aims to stop the stigma against people with mental health problems. They want people to spend just 5 minutes of today talking about mental health issues. This is a campaign which is close to my heart because I've suffered from depression and anxiety since I was 15. I went from being someone that kind of enjoyed school and really liked spending time with my friends to someone that hated going to school and spent every single morning crying. I went to go and see a doctor who completely dismissed any issues that I might have had. Eventually, after seeing another doctor, I was referred to counselling, and since that time I've seen various different people, and until recently I hadn't found someone I felt understood me and treated me like a grown-up. It hasn't always been at the forefront of my mind, but anxiety has always been there for me, and it always will be. Despite the fact that I'm now on the road to recovery, it's always going to be a problem that will affect me and be at the back of my mind. I know the road to recovery will be long, but I'm really pleased to finally feel like I'm properly on it, rather than just a temporary solution. Although parts of my anxiety, like suffering from agoraphobia, will go away, other parts like panic attacks and issues with food may not, but I'm arming myself with the tools of knowing how to deal with these things. Someone recently described anxiety to me as being like a bad sequel of a movie franchise, and I think that's one of the best ways of summing it up. You know there's going to be another one, but you're just not quite sure when it's going to come out, but you know when it does, it's going to be really bad. During my time dealing with mental health problems, I have experienced stigma both from medical professionals and people who should have known better. Luckily, these people have been in the minority, and most people have been completely lovely about it and really understanding. As part of Time to Talk Day, it's important to remember that you don't have to be a professional to speak to someone with a mental health problem about their problem. A simple, "How are you doing today?" will suffice. You also don't have to treat them any differently once they've opened up to you. Keeping an air of normality about things that you do together will probably actually prove to be more helpful. And while it may seem obvious, don't say stupid things like, "Get over it," or "What have you got to be sad about?" Or even, "People in the world have it harder than you." You wouldn't say these things to someone that had a broken leg or any kind of physical illness, so why say them to someone that has a mental illness? 1 in 10 young people will experience mental health problems, and 9 out of 10 young people with mental health problems will experience some sort of stigma, and that is too many people. Nobody should experience stigma and be made to feel small for something that is out of their control. I found being open to people about the issues that I'm suffering has actually made them seem like less of a big deal. I spent years worrying and not telling people about how I really felt and kept my feelings hidden, but actually telling them made it seem like it wasn't really that much of a problem and it was something that I could get through. And after I'd opened up to them, I felt like I could say, "Actually, I'm feeling a bit scared, can we just take 5? Rather than battling it internally and feeling really rubbish about myself when I couldn't do something. For me, it's something I think about every day, but being more open to my friends and family about it made me feel less alone, and I believe that if people's problems with mental health became part of a wider conversation, then there would be no more stigma. And therefore today, and every day, let's make some time to talk about mental health.